Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about conscripts. All right, so I want to talk about, I've heard this word conscripts attached to the Russian, Vladimir Putin's armies. I really want to make sure everybody understands this. We don't know if the Russian country is complicit in this. We know this all rests on Vladimir Putin at this point. We don't really know if I think we're pretty positive. We've been seeing people, even with as much of a lockdown even as much as a powerful lockdown as there has been on Russian media, we are still seeing pictures of people going into Russian prisons because Vladimir Putin put them there when they're protesting this Vladimir Putin's war, right? So we know that at minimum, the Russian people are not 100% behind this war, and they're doing what they can. You know, maybe not at every Russian level. We don't know. Is it a minority of Russians? Is it the majority of Russians? Is it almost all Russians who really despise Putin, but through fear and what other evil, villain tactics he's used? He's really kind of held that country hostage, right? But so we don't really know. So this is Vladimir Putin's war, and I want to talk about Vladimir Putin's military, right? Because he uses conscripts. All right. So I want to talk about conscripts, but I want to talk about it from Scott Garibay's known definition of conscripts. I'm a busy guy. I have only come across the word conscripts one other time in my life. Now, I could look this up in the dictionary, but like I said, I'm a busy person, and I already have a very good definition of conscript, which I am assuming is exactly what's happening in Russia, because it makes a lot of sense. Here we go. So, when was the first time I ever heard the word conscript and then understood what a conscript was, because it was explained to me, right? Giving me a definition of the word conscript. Well, it was in Star Wars Force Awakens. All right. So Finn is a Empire stormtrooper, okay? And we're introduced to him, and he explains, I'm a conscript. I am a soldier who was forced to fight for the Empire. That sounds pretty exactly what I'm hearing with, so basically people are saying, hey, Vladimir Putin uses conscripts. I don't need to look up a dictionary definition to know. Just like Finn was forced by the Emperor to fight as a stormtrooper, it sounds like Vladimir Putin is forcing people to fight in his army. Which, in any other world, like in the post-February 24th, 2022 war in Europe world, I would have thought, like, what? Somebody's forcing somebody to fight for them? Like, this is increasingly. I'm like looking at the world and going, this is 2022, not 1952. What? Like, I don't even think America was drafting in 1952. Like, this is. I do think we did draft for the Vietnam. That was terrible. The Vietnam conflict was absolutely horrific. Right. So basically, so essentially, Vladimir Putin is forcing people, it sounds like, right, is forcing people, just like the Emperor did to Finn, to fight in his really whack Vladimir Putin military, right? Which is horrible. Like, it's just horrible. And I think, and the reason why I'm talking about it here is we need the list, right? We have to have this list so that revisionists don't come back later and go, hey, what you all saw, you didn't see, right? Because we now live in a world where misinformation now, 6 months later, reported as fact in the New York Times, right? Like, it's an absolute constant drumbeat, right? So here's the thing. We can't rely on the government. We can't rely on the media. We have to make the record, right? And I am saying right now, not only does Vladimir Putin just been outrageously horrific to the Ukrainian people, not only has he been massively aggressive and a complete jerk to the American people, but he's even being a jerk, an outrageous jerk to his own people. It's just terrible. There is no limits to this person's villainy, right? And thank goodness we have his exact inversion. As villainous as he is, President Volodymyr Zelensky is a global hero. Vladimir Putin, global villain. President Volodymyr Zelensky, global hero, model for every nation's. Every nation is shopping for their Zelensky right now, right? That's what we need to do in 2024. Who's going to be our Zelensky in 2024? There you go, right? There's a bumper sticker for you. You're Zelensky in 2024. That's what I want for America. I want a global hero, someone who has courage, someone who has presence, someone who has what it takes to defend and encourage and make their people have actual hope for freedom, right? And knows what is valuable and useful in life, right? So put it on the list. Vladimir Putin's conscripted people exactly the way the Emperor conscripted Finn, which the Emperor was a jerk for conscripting Finn, and Vladimir Putin was a jerk for conscripting every single conscript he took into this horrible, completely unnecessary, and as President Biden nailed it, unprovoked and completely unjustified war. That's my opinion. What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.